Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Pillars of Eternity. I think this is episode 30. So, pretty much did everything here. Yeah. There's something going on with the lighthouse, but we can't do much of that yet. So let's move on to the next location in Defiance Bay. Man, we're just pretty much staying here in Defiance Bay. Gotta get to level 7, which we're pretty decent amount away. Got like 3/4 left to do. But let's go to Heritage Hill. Yeah, once we get to level 7, we can start doing the White Marsh DLC. At least that's the suggested level to be at. Is this part of the quest? Oh, this is part of the quest. Main quest. Okay. Oh.
Welcome.
Sorry, but this district's closed by the order of Duck himself. How do I get inside? Trust me, you don't want to. If you're really interested in seeing this for yourself, I suppose you'd have to get permission from Wyla at the Keep of First Fires. Would some coin open up the gate? Look, we could get a lot of trouble for this, but then if it's not like you could make anything worse. 1,000? Yeah, never mind. What goes on in here? Look, even if I were allowed to tell you, I don't rightly know. All I could say is whatever it is, started about 2 months ago. The guards that closed the gate talked of something unnatural that still wakes them in the middle of the night. I don't want to know any more than that. Okay. Okay. So... Let's go to the first fire. See if we can get inside. I guess we may have to do a little bit of main story. Something unnatural, and I want to know what the hell happened in the lighthouse in the last episode. That and discover who the letter B is and that knife. All right. We haven't gone to the embassy. We've been there. Let's head to the Vivalian embassy. I can't speak today, apparently. Everyone's in triple digits. It's nice.
All these
Sorry, Dorns. I mean, just allow me to take things. I'll take them. Vincent. You don't start with a B. How big is this place? Pretty big. I'm not gonna read these books.
I'll give it a try, as requested. At least.
Cool.
I'll give it a try, at least, as requested.
Obsidian lamp of figurine. This lamp seems to swallow light, showing no reflection upon its surface. It's cold to the touch, but when held to one's ear, a quiet susurrus can be heard. The lamp is sealed with a piece of cloth on which a single rune is inscribed.
Keeping an eye out.
Don't tell anyone. I saw nothing. Oh, okay, hi. Just stealing.
Hail, traveler.
What can the humble servant of the republics do for you? What do you do here? This is a Valian ambassador. My job is to ensure trade with the Deerwood remains strong and profitable. If there's anything else? No. So I guess we gotta do some main questing. I don't think I missed any other place. Hmm. Um, let's see here. At the keep in the fur castle's keep. Did I ruin that by killing everyone? Hope not. Hmm. Wella. Gotta speak to Wella. Where would be a Wella? If I was a Wella, where would you be? It would make sense to be in here, right? Hmm. Ah, you. Is there... If this is about patrols, my... Navidiates? Is that how it was pronounced? Are already stretched to their limits between the refuge influx and the mess at Heritage Hill. I simply don't have any units to spare. I'm sorry. Was there something else you need? Is something wrong with Heritage Hill? What isn't wrong is the real question. The whole district of flesh-eating corpse. Oh, it's a zombie. We sealed the area 2 months ago, just after I lost one of my finest commanders. Wow. There. And yet, this is the second guard rotation to disappear. There are already enough rumors about the place floating around the keep without my soldiers whispering about these disappearances. I'd just as soon abandon the district, but if those monsters should find a way out... Tell me about Heritage Hill. Used to be one of the most prestigious districts in Defiance Bay. But a few months ago, the residents all went mad, started eating each other and anything else that had the bad luck to wander into the district. I've never seen anything like it. Now every initiate that stands guard there, everyone that comes back anyways, talks of the stench of the grave and the groans of unspeakable horror. The why and how are questions for the animancers. I've sealed the district in hopes of containing whatever happened there. It seems to be working for now. You said earlier something's wrong with the... Okay, we read that. I could look into it. So you're the one my Novidiates have been talking about. If you're offering to help, I won't refuse, certainly not from someone of your exploits. I can't lose any more soldiers like this, not with refugees pouring into the city and dozens stirring up dissent. Normally, I would say this is an internal matter, but I can't afford to mount an expedition right now. And I certainly can't afford a crisis of faith at the Crucible Keep. You've got my permission to enter Heritage Hill. I'll send word to the guards at the gate. Cool. Alright. Missing sentries. Okay. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. Let's take care of the Walking Dead. What did I get here? Oh, let's actually head to our keep first and talk to this dude. Cadnua, accept. And then we can go straight to Heritage Hill. Hmm.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Knock knock. The Lord is home. At last, I'm glad you're here, my lord. My name is Solmar. I've a matter of something important to discuss. If you have the time, very well, let's hear it. You gesture for the allies to join you, and you take your place upon your throne. I'll cut to the meat of it. I have a dozen Orland slaves in port at Garara. Good, healthy stock that will fetch a fine price in Exemetal if I can get a ship up the coast. That's the tricky part. I haven't got the coin to stock a ship for the whole journey, not without docking at Deerwood Port along the way and running the risk of having my goods seized. Really, these Deerwood laws are completely impractical for any honest merchant traveling outside of Defiance Bay. I hoped you could be of assistance. You're not originally from the Deerwood, I hear, so surely you understand. I'd like to have a moment to discuss this with my people. Of course, of course. I want you to head down to Garara and see if you can free those slaves. I'd love to. It gives me something to do with with my hands while I plot this man's painful death. Motion your guest to return. I need some time to look into the matter. Return to Garara and I'll send word. Of course, I appreciate you taking the time. I'll wait your letter. Greetings, my lord. I bear urgent message from Chancellor Warren of Defiance Bay. He requests that you meet with him at your earliest convenience in the Ducal Palace. Your claim on Cadnua has been called into question by the Gathbin family. Earl Baedmar has issued a ruling on the matter, but before you and Lord Gathbin must be present. Tell me about this Lord Gathbin. An old Adrian lineage, I believe. The former lord of this stronghold, a distant relative of Lord Gathbin, allied himself with the losing side during the War of Defiance. I'll go meet with him then. The Chancellor will await you in the records room of Ducal Palace in First Fires. Someone's trying to take my shit. Alright, is there a way I can... Oh,
It's from Stalwart. Apparently the mayor, Renengild, has heard of your success here at Cadnua and hopes you can be of aid to her people as well.
what does Renegild want?
Stalwart is a mining community, and at one time they enjoyed a great deal of influence. Renengild hopes to reclaim old glories, I expect. It seems she's intent on gaining access to Durgan's battery. And she's offering quite the reward to anyone who can get inside.
A reward, she says, for getting into the battery. That's a reward of its own, surely.
How do I do that?
I couldn't say, my lord. I do know that Renengild expects that anyone entering the battery will likely encounter spirits, much like those you were faced with here at the Stronghold.
So, not the nice kind that only you can see, but the mean kind that like to sneak up behind us.
There are many legends concerning the battery. As the Earl told it, the dwarves fought amongst themselves, each seeking to use the battery to further his or her own ambitions. Greed and cruelty brought down the battery, and now the spirits of those same dwarves roam the halls. Whatever happened, the battery has been impenetrable ever since. A shame. I don't doubt that there are great treasures still within those halls.
I do enjoy vast amounts of wealth.
Oh, just think! The greatest of the dwarven strongholds, ours to explore!
I should mention that among those rumored to have answered Renengild's summons is a certain group I believe you may have an interest in. Followers of Woodica, intent on reaching Stalwart and the battery. I do not know what they seek there, but I thought it worth mentioning, given your interest in the ruins at Defiance Bay. Now that I've delivered Renengild's message, there is also a local matter of some concern, my lord. A mercenary band has been sighted to the northeast. I believe they mean to take Consul Hot's tower, and I don't expect the Archmage will go quietly. The Torn Bannermen are a deadly fighting force, and Consul Hot himself has sent many travelers to their graves. I would caution you to stay clear of the region if you do travel to the White March. It is not that I doubt your courage, my lord, but Consul Hot alone boasts power of a different scale altogether to those foes you have faced thus far. Given more time, perhaps, you will match him. If the Bannermen succeed in their efforts, I fear they may turn their attention to Cadnua. I will keep you apprised of the situation, my lord. A famed Archmage. I am given to understand that the Brackenberry Sanitarium puts much stock in his work, as regards the manipulation of the soul. His spells are widely circulated. But he is poorly regarded in many circles. Some call him a madman, or else cruel and barbarous. He must be very old by now. Perhaps that is why the Torn Bannermen believe they can best him. Safe travels, my lord.
So that was part of the White March, so we're not going to do that yet. So we got a couple of things to do now. I wonder, do we need to sleep before we head out?
Looks a little healthier than before.
Yeah, we need to try to get a crewmate, a loth back in our group. I sent the druid away. Stairs. Hey, buddy.
Listen, there's something I should probably tell you.
So tell me now. I meant no harm. I thought I could keep it to myself. That's when we resolve the matter of your soul. We would also address my problem.
I also have an awakened soul. But unlike yours, mine is a presence that shares my senses and my skin, making herself manifest at the most unwelcome times.
He closes his eyes and grits his teeth. His lips quiver and twitch with the vestige of some internal debate. Several seconds later, he opens his eyes again. They're watery and bloodshot.
I'm sorry. I've tried to learn to control Isilmir. I've gotten stronger, but so has she.
Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say something sooner?
I learned to keep her a secret a very long time ago. Those with awakened souls are shunned, mistrusted. And after your experience with Meerwald, I'm certain you can see why. You need to be careful.
Tell me about Ishimir.
Artless, uncouth, a creature of rash impulses and feeble faculties. She wags her impertinent tongue when she should listen. Aye, this one's fit to boil. Hard to get this gaff over anything tisn't to do with books and spell speak.
I have none of her memories. Breath spared me that much, but her coarse manners and intolerable hellspeak suggest a professional from a very, very long time ago. She tends to surface a hair's breadth from conflict when the fuse has burned down and the teeth are on edge. And when she shows up, she doesn't stop to gauge a situation, she just acts. She seems reckless. That's it exactly. You recall the way she grotted those villagers in Oh, she doesn't think. She doesn't back down, and trying to suppress that has been my problem for years. Is this going to be a problem?
Merely an annoyance. Although, Defiance Bay is said to have an entire institution dedicated to the study and cure of soul-related ailments. Since our journeys have already brought us to the city, perhaps we could speak with someone there.
If it's helpful to you, we'll go.
Thank you. This has been a great burden.
Time to get moving. Okay, I want to bring you with me. Okay, how do I bring someone with me? I don't want to retrain. I want to oh. Okay. Level him up. We were doing lore. Next. Sure. Hmm. I believe we have more books to learn. All right. Ugh. Hmm. Okay. So now we can sell those books. Ugh. Let's do. Okay. Yeah, I don't want you anywhere close to enemies, Mr. 96. And he's pretty much gonna go away
Sure.
once we get our druid back. Yep.
The keep's coming along nicely.
Thank you. Alright, so we just picked up a whole bunch of quests. So let's go to the court and win us our castle. It's our castle. If he really wanted it so bad, he should have been doing something about it. You're busy. Accept. Go here. Yes. All right.
You must have seen some amazing sights on your way north.
Sure. Pirate cities floating in the archipelago. The mountain halls of these northern dwarves. Plenty.
I haven't been further south than the Deerwood myself. Maybe I'll come back after I've convinced the Ranga Nui and see all those things for myself.
I hope you do.
Let's protect my title. Thank you for coming. I've been trying to track you down for some time. This is Marshal Forwin, Earl Bademar's military advisor. He will serve as a witness to this proceeding. Well met, Road Warden. Your reputation precedes you, I admit. You've created a bit of stir throughout the nobility with your reclamation of Cadnua. Most are still not sure what to think of you. What's this about? The legitimacy of your claim to Cadnua is in question. Earl Bademar has issued a ruling on that matter. Cadnua was abandoned for over a century, and I've claimed the land through the strength of arms. My claim is legitimate. If there's no other claimant, you would be correct. Unfortunately, that is not the case. All will be made clear once Lord Gathbin arrives. Do you have any questions for me while we wait? Tell me about Earl Badmar. Earl Badmar comes from an esteemed line of lords that rose to prominence after the War of Defiance, some 150 years ago. The Deerwood consists of 7 earldoms. The Bademar govern the northern earldom, known as the Grasp. As to the current Bademar, he is a man, as I know. It is an honor to serve him. Tell me more about the Grasp. The Grasp is now the largest of the 7 earldoms after it consumed the pre-war earldom of Yenwood. It encompasses notable settlements such as New Aromar, Brennan's Gas, Gilded Vale, and of course Cadnua. Yenwood? When Deerwood was a mere colony of Earder, it was divided into 9 earldoms. When the Audrians were defeated and ultimately driven out, 2 of the earldoms were absorbed and borders were adjusted. The Yenwood was one such earldom. I have other questions. What do you know about Gathbin? While I met him but once, it was ample time to determine the character of Lord Gathbin, or lack thereof. Ooh. He's a descendant of an old Audrian line that predates the War of Defiance. His great-grandfather Gathbin was the Earl of Yenwood during the war. That is until he was stripped of his land and driven from Deerwood. Okay. Do you know which way Earl Bademar has ruled? I'm sorry, my lord, I do not. The Earl's decree is sealed. What was that about Road Warden? The one who rules Cadnua on behalf of the Earl of Yenwood is traditionally known as a Road Warden. Your position might not be entirely official yet, but the title is an appropriate form of address. Your timing is impeccable. Here comes Lord Gathbin now. Great. A abruptly dressed man strides towards the Chancellor, his sandy hair trailing him like a banner caught in the light breeze, boot heels echoing throughout the hall. An elven woman with chopped hair dressed in dark, glinting male shadows his steps before taking position alongside him. She watches you bastardly taken your measure. Let's move past the formality as quick as possible. I have other matters to attend to. It's well known that Caed Nua belongs to me by right. And where is the pretender? Show me the fool that thinks to steal my land. Where's the low-born wretch? Warren clears his throat and glances at you. This man here, this is the Lord of Caed Nua. I thought he was just another servant, perhaps a valet or a porter. Everyone who owns their own keep raise their hand. Go on, don't be shy. Imbecile, I hope you enjoyed your time squatting on my land. Provoke me further and I'll hang you from the highest wall of Caed Nua when our business is finished. Chancellor, read the Earl's decree. Warren breaks a seal on the scroll and unfurls it. Regarding the matters of the Gathbin claim on Caed Nua, Earl Baedmar finds that the Gathbin claim was never relinquished. By law, Caed Nua is rightfully property of Gathbin family. I knew it. I'm not finished reading, my lord. Rolls his eyes. However, the Earl recognizes me, Devil Syringe, part in reclaiming Caed Nua, a site that stood abandoned and even some would say cursed for over a century. Before Caed Nua is returned to the Gathbin family, the Earl has decreed that the Lord Gathbin will provide compensation in form of... Absolutely not, my lord. The amount is quite reasonable and a requirement for your land to be returned to you. If you will just allow me to finish, I will not pay a single copper to this miscreant for my ancestral land. Do you think I'm blind to the Earl's motives, lackey? He thinks he can send a message with this insult. I have a message you can send that son of a whore. Punch him. Gah! Well, this is by far the best legal dispute I've ever been to. My lords, please, there is no need for violence. I'll be coming for what is mine. Count on it. Come, Captain Emery. We're leaving. Yeah, well, I can't say that Gathbin's reaction was entirely unexpected, though no fault of your own. I'm afraid you've made a powerful enemy. I've dealt with worse. I hope you're right. In any case, Caed Nua now officially belongs to you, since Lord Gavian has rejected the Earl's decree. Here, this belonged to one of the old lords of Caed Nua. By right, it's yours now. No, I'm not gonna have a feast. As a jerk. Tell Gathbin if I catch him or any of his people on my land, they'll be executed. This is an extreme measure to be sure, but I'll pass along the message. It was a pleasure to finally meet you, my lord. Perhaps we'll speak again under more pleasant circumstances. Farewell, devil. I'm the devil. Cool, can we see
Good day, stranger.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll leave this episode here. We officially are lords of Caed Nua. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos like these, make sure you subscribe and tick that notification bell so you know when my videos go live for you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.